today might be called something differently tomorrow because news and jokes kind of don't really like that, just too straight up. All right, so today it is Thursday, February 13th. Tomorrow is Valentine's. Does anyone out there have a Valentine's? Okay, lesson number one. Instead of introducing and talking to chat, talk to the people who are going to watch the VOD, right? That's lesson number one. What's the point of talking to chat if there is no one in the chat? So, I want to make some jokes about Kanye West and his Nazi situation and specifically him, going against Adin Ross. Specifically him and Adin Ross arguing. Specifically him spazzing out on Adin Ross. I want to talk about that because Kanye has gotten into a lot of controversy. It seems like this guy only knows how to sell albums one way. Create the most crazy controversy ever. That is the only way Kanye knows how to make jokes. I mean, that is the only way that Kanye knows how to sell songs, how to sell albums, is being controversial. So currently, he's going crazy on Twitter, saying anti-Semitic things, posting a shirt that he wants to sell that's just a swastika, a black swastika on a white t-shirt. What else is he doing? His wife is literally naked all the time. Like why would you do that to your wife? You're supposed to protect her and make sure that people don't see the stuff that's like private, like her genitals and stuff. I kind of have an idea of why he's doing that, though. I think the reason why he is purposely making his wife be naked is because he really wants to push the edge as to like what people can and can't wear, and how like fashion a lot of times for women, is it highlights curves, it highlights their sexual essence, and the fact that someone is naked is just pretty much like being the most sexual you can, I guess, or trying to normalize sexuality. I feel like that's what Kanye is doing when he's making his wife go undressed. But I think it's very uncomfortable for the people around him, and I think that low-key he's like an asshole for doing that, like straight up asshole. Why would you do that? And I think Kanye is a very, very self-centered individual who only cares about his own well-being. He can have moments where he can help someone else. But at the end of the day, Kanye wants to do whatever makes him the most successful. And the way that he does that is controversy. He just wants to go as crazy as possible to get the most attention because he genuinely believes, he believes like if it's his faith, like if it's his Bible, that all publicity is good publicity. And I mean, he did date the Kardashians, so he was married to Kim Kardashian, who's probably a person who does know that all publicity is good publicity. So he's probably just following those footsteps. And the other thing about his wife, why does his wife look so much like Kim Kardashian? I feel like that shows that he is stuck in the past, that he's really truly in love with Kim Kardashian, and that's why he found a wife that just looks just like him. And actually, today I saw that they are probably going to get a divorce. And in the comments of this post, people were saying that they're saying that Kanye's wife actually has more money than him. I don't know her exact name. It has like a C, like Sarani or something. But apparently she's from a rich family. And I have to come up with a joke out of this. So Kanye only knows how to sell albums one way, making fun of Jews. Kanye only knows how to sell albums one way, being anti-Semitic. Something like that. That's not a joke. That's like the structure, right? So now let's think about it. What two things what's anti-Semitic? Okay, anti-Semitic is not liking Jews, and then selling albums is music. So anti-Semitic in music. So Kanye only knows how to sell albums one way, being anti-Semitic, right? So then I need a punchline for anti-Semitic. It has to make sense. Maybe I can make the joke itself be anti-Semitic, right? And it's like a meta joke. So I'm not being racist. I'm not racist at all, but this is comedy, right? So Kanye knows how to sell albums one way, being anti-Semitic. Okay, so what is anti-Semitic? Okay, so let's think of things that Jewish people had to go through during the Holocaust, right? So we have Hitler, that's a historical figure. We also have concentration camps, and we also have they had to take their shoes off, right? Ashes, they burned the bodies. wearing a star, right? A swastika. So Kanye only knows how to sell albums one way, being anti-Semitic. But what do you expect? He does all his music in concentration camps. Something like that. Something like that. So Kanye only knows how to sell music one way. So I'm convinced that Kanye West only knows how to sell music one way, being anti-Semitic. I mean, he makes all his music in a concentration camp. Okay, let's see. Okay. Being anti-Semitic. Like recently he tweeted a shirt. Like recently he tweeted a swastika on a shirt and said, okay, Kanye only knows how to make music. Kanye only knows how to sell an album. Fuck. Kanye only knows how to sell an album. I'm convinced that Kanye only knows how to sell an album one way, being anti-Semitic. He recently tweeted a white shirt with a black swastika, saying that he wants to sell this on his website. That in itself is crazy, right? Kanye West also paid for a Super Bowl ad. This is the second time that he's paid for an ad in a Super Bowl, and his marketing technique is making the video as raw as possible. Like, it's just me in the back of my car. It was Kanye in the back of his car, telling people to go to the website. This year, he was in the hospital, high off nitrogens, which we've been speculating that Kanye West has been getting high on nitrogens to get in a comatose state so that he can just like be asleep for days. And that to me shows that there is something going on with him psychologically, that he needs help. Because if this is a person who's being openly anti-Semitic and just saying the most controversial things just to sell his music, just to sell his product, and then he goes and gets himself in a coma for 2 or 3 days, that means he's trying to escape the reality that he's creating. Like, he wants to control reality but he wants to influence reality to the point where people can be openly anti-Semitic and wear swastikas on shirts and make it fashion, which is crazy because it hasn't even been 100 years since the Holocaust, right? But he wants to push that out there. And at the same time, he wants to just be in a comatose state to get high. Like, he just wants to do that, which is crazy. There's so many other drugs out there. Like marijuana is already like a strong drug, dude. And why the hell do you want to be high on nitrous? It's just coma, bro. Like, why don't you do something that's more healthy, like being in a isolation chamber where you're literally just floating in water and it's complete darkness and you're just alone with your thoughts? Might as well just do that. No, that's a much more ballsy and healthier way than just to be high on nitrous all day and be in a comatose state for days. Okay, so now back to the joke. Okay, I'm convinced Kanye only knows how to sell music one way, being anti-Semitic. Right? Okay, so how the fuck do I make that into a joke? Anti-Semitic. He recently posted a t-shirt of a swastika. Yeah, okay. Kanye only knows how to make music one way. I'm convinced Kanye West only knows how to sell music one way, being anti-Semitic. He recently posted a shirt. He recently tweeted that he's going to sell a shirt with a swastika. He recently tweeted that he's going to sell a plain white shirt with a swastika on it. Okay, so that is a fact. Those are 2 facts. Okay, so how do I make this fucking funny? Swastika with a shirt on it. Okay, so why don't we talk about the Holocaust for a little bit, and then I'll come up with jokes about like the punchline. Okay, so the Holocaust, 6 million people died, right? There's some conspiracies out there. The anti-Semitic conspiracies is that it was not 6 million Jews that died. That number is actually inflated to make people sympathize with the Jewish people. That is not me saying it. I do not believe that. I condone that. I am just basically saying that that's a conspiracy theory that some anti-Semitic people have, right? Okay, so 6 million Jews died in the Holocaust. There was concentration camps. One of them was Auschwitz. Oh, Kanye West used to work for Adidas, and Adidas are German. And okay. So here we go. I'm convinced Kanye West only knows how to sell music one way, being anti-Semitic. He recently tweeted He recently tweeted that he's gonna sell. I feel like he recently tweeted that he's gonna sell. It's like way too much. Okay. Kanye only knows how to sell. I'm convinced Kanye West only knows how to sell music one way, being anti-Semitic. He recently sold Esteban Roman. Well, fuck you too, dude. Up the ass. This show is not for kids. If you're a kid, get off this chat. Get off this live stream. This is not for kids. I literally put that in the settings. This show is not for kids. If you are lower than 18 in age, then don't watch this live stream, because I'm gonna say things that are for adults in comedy. I'm gonna say things that are comedy. They're comedy, but they're racist. They're comedy, but they're homophobic. They're comedy, but all these things. But I myself is not homophobic. I am creating comedy and sending it to you. Okay? So if you are a kid, do not watch this stream. Thank you. I'm convinced Kanye West only knows how to sell music one way, being anti-Semitic. He recently started selling a t-shirt. He recently started selling a plain white t-shirt with a swastika on it. Surprisingly, this was not okay. Okay. So Kanye West, right? Anti-Semitic, sells music, swastika. Adidas is German, and he used to work for Adidas, but Adidas screwed him over or whatever. So, okay. I'm convinced that Kanye West only knows how to sell music one way, being anti-Semitic. He recently sold a t-shirt. He started selling the joke just come in my head. I just need the joke to come in my head. Okay. I'm convinced that Kanye West only knows how to sell music one way, being anti-Semitic. He recently started selling a white t-shirt with a swastika on it, with a black swastika on it, which is crazy because it wasn't sponsored by Adidas. Okay. Yeezys. The Yeezys. Okay. I'm convinced that he's so anti-Semitic, and I'm convinced that he's so anti-Semitic that he'll probably sell you air in a box and call him the Auschwitz 300. Okay. I'm convinced that Kanye only knows how to sell music one way, being anti-Semitic. He recently started selling a t-shirt with a swastika on it. Surprisingly, it was not made by Adidas. Adidas. He hates Adidas, but he's also... Let's see. I'm convinced that Kanye West only knows how to sell music one way, being anti-Semitic. He recently started selling a t-shirt with a swastika on it, which is crazy because... Because what? White. I don't want to use ChatGPT to help me write this joke. How did I get here? How did you get here? You think it's not supposed to be good for you? I think this is not supposed to be. I think this is not supposed to be good for you. What? I'm trying to be comedy, dude. I'm trying to do comedy. I don't think my channel's gonna be taken down for me saying these jokes that are kind of anti-Semitic, because they're not. They're just comedy. For Dan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Kids, if you're a kid, do not be on the live stream. How many times I gotta tell you? Do not be on this live stream if you are a kid. Okay. If you're 18 years old, you can stay. If you're younger than 18. Get off this live stream. And I'm not trying to tell you that just so you stay, because I know kids like to do the opposite of what they're told. Do not stay in this live stream, because I'm going to say things that are for adults, and eventually you'll be able to hear those things. But right now, your minds are very powerful, and they should be concentrated on learning and executing, okay? Yeah, I don't want to give into ChatGPT. I've been using ChatGPT to write jokes, and I don't want to, I want to use my head, dude, just straight up my head. So... here we go. I'm convinced that Kanye West only knows how to sell music one way, being anti-Semitic. He recently started selling a T-shirt with a swastika on it. Okay. Mm. Okay, so let's see. This joke could either be a misdirection or it could be a comparison, right? So if it's a misdirection, that means the joke goes one way and then I take you left. So if I say he sells music one way, he's anti-Semitic, okay, swastika, then you're expecting for me to criticize him. But if I praise him, that's a misdirection, right? So I don't want to praise Kanye, so I'm not going to do misdirection. So now I need to do a comparison. So a comparison would be like saying something like hot sauce and marijuana, like I don't know. That's like a completely different topic. Okay, let's see. So a comparison between Kanye West, swastika on it, and okay. I'm convinced Kanye West only knows how to sell music one way, being anti-Semitic. He recently started selling a shirt with a swastika on it. Okay, so I can go into things that are like someone who only sells things one way. So imagine if a barista only sold one type of coffee. Okay. And so a swastika on it. See, comedy is hard because you really have to think. Okay, let's go back to talking about Nazis. So, Nazis, their uniforms were made by Hugo Boss, right? Surprisingly, Hugo Boss declined the. Okay. Hugo Boss. So I'm convinced that Kanye only knows how to sell music one way. Kanye West recently started selling a shirt with a swastika on it. Surprisingly, Hugo Boss declined the sponsorship. Mm-hmm. Okay. Kanye West started selling a T-shirt with a swastika on it. Adidas immediately responded saying they're done working with Kanye because he's anti-Semitic. Okay. Kanye West recently started selling a shirt with a swastika on it. Adidas tweeted, Kanye West started selling a shirt with a swastika on it. Immediately Adidas responded. What did he say? And maybe the conspiracy is that he doesn't know he's black. Oh, okay. Dan, you're not 6. Okay, yeah, you're right. Kanye is black, right? Kanye doesn't know he's black. Huh. Imagine if Kanye was racist and then he just would. Imagine if Kanye wanted to be like Michael Jackson and just become white. Oh, white Kanye West? Dude, imagine a white Kanye West, bro. A white, racist, musically talented, married to celebrities, pop culture icon, and he was white. But he looked the same. Imagine he just looked albino. Like, imagine if Kanye West was white, but he looked the exact same shape, bro. He would be Kanye East. Yeah. Okay. So are you guys who are watching, Hugo Boss? Hugo Boss is a designer company that actually made the Nazi uniforms back in the day. So if I say that Hugo Boss declined the sponsorship, declined the brand deal, no, declined the What the collab? Okay. Kanye West recently started selling a T-shirt with a swastika on it. Adidas declined the collaboration because Adidas immediately declined their Adidas immediately ended their collaboration with Kanye. Adidas immediately ended its collaboration with Kanye because of scrap it. The shirt thing isn't funny. God damn, bro! You're telling me to fucking. I'm not even done with the joke. Is literally a baby, bro. You're trying to abort a baby. It's been 20 minutes, bro. How the fuck you want me to create jokes left and right? Imagine you abort a baby and that baby is a joke, and then you just kick it, and then you just slap it, and then you get an AK-47 and you go, brah, brah. Imagine that, bro. Don't ever do that to a joke or a baby, ever. Damn. Okay. So. Sucker. This is not for kids. If you're a kid, do not watch this live stream. I'm telling you now, do not watch this fucking live stream if you are a kid. Okay? Do not watch this live stream if you are a kid. Kanye West recently. This is gonna suck, bro, because I'm literally just trying to sell jokes. Kanye West started selling a T-shirt with the swastika on it. Adidas immediately said that they're ending their collaboration with. Adidas immediately apologized for ever collaborating with Kanye, claiming that he was anti-Semitic. And Hugo Boss apologized. Black White Spearmint Skit. What is the Black White Spearmint Skit? Let's see. Black White Spearmint. Supremacist. Oh, Black White Supremacist Skit. Oh, okay. Supremacist. I'm pro-choice. Okay, let's see. Clayton, the world's only black white supremacist. Imagine if Kanye was an only black white supremacist. And then. Okay. I have. How many subs do I have right now? I have 8,649. If I get one more sub, I'll be at 8,650. I should be at 10,000. I need to be at 10,000 subs, bro. Like, come on, how? It's been so many years and I haven't gotten to 10,000 subs. Kids are gonna switch over to SpongeBob. Don't worry, I subbed already. Thank you, Fish. Fish Pro 18. There's actually been another person whose name is Fish, and he watches the stream sometimes, but he's a kid, so. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want kids, bro. Like, I like kids and I want kids in my life. Like, I want to have kids, but I don't want kids to watch my content on YouTube because it's not made for kid, you know? It's not made for children. Okay. When I was a child, when I was a teenager, I was watching pornography. And I was wondering why the fuck was the audio not coming out on my phone. I was like, why is the audio not coming out on my phone? I'm literally trying to watch some porn. And then my mom started screaming in the restroom. And it turns out my phone was connected to her Bluetooth speaker. and it was really hard to finish. But then once I finished, I apologized immediately. Something like that, right? I'm not a comedian, but feels like you're thinking about the words too much, like memorizing every word. Yeah, I guess you're right, Dan. I'm trying to memorize every word because I'm gonna go on stage. So I want to say like I want to have some jokes. Basically, in San Antonio, where I live, is yeah. What's up with the idea? Tell me the idea. In San Antonio, there's a comedy scene. There's a lot of open mics in Austin too. And basically, I go to these open mics and I watch the comedy, and sometimes I go up, but I mostly watch, and I want to start performing. And I actually, I gone on stage 4 times in the last 2 years, just because I wasn't really taking it seriously. I just wanted to make YouTube videos. But now I go to so many open mics and stand-ups, and I hear jokes, and it's just like, damn, these jokes are the same jokes as these people were telling 2 years ago. So I'm like, I could fucking do it better, you know? So just feel what people like. No supremacist. Yeah, it's funny AF. Maybe go with the flow. Okay, I have an idea. Maybe just go with flow. Oh yeah, it's funny AF. No supremacist. Just feel what people like and say what you want to say. The Super Bowl is the most American. The Super Bowl is the most American thing you can ever watch. You have black people entertaining. That's just racist. The Super Bowl is racist. The Super Bowl is racist. Everyone who's that's too racist. I can't be just saying that, dude. I can't just be saying racist as jokes. Imagine I go viral for being a racist. Fuck no. Okay, so people are saying, do not make people like what you say, but make people like me, and then the jokes will come. Yeah, I see what you're saying. You're talking about being relatable. So when someone is like, I have a theory. Okay, I have a theory on this. I'm gonna talk about music. Okay, I'm gonna have a theory, and it has to be with musicians. But you can apply this to any art form, especially art forms that are consumed through digital media. Okay, so think of your favorite musician. Okay, let's for example say your favorite musician is Taylor Swift. Okay, she does have a lot of fans. Why do people obsess over musicians so much? It seems like Swift. It seems like Taylor Swift can make women cry. They can cry for her. They can cry because of her. They can cry and be like, I love Taylor Swift music so much. I don't know what would happen if it were to disappear. They could have the albums like their most prized possessions. They can defend her. They'll fight their family members. They'll argue with them, break off relationships with friends just because they are not fucking with Taylor Swift. So music is so powerful that it creates these fans that have so much emotion to the artist. Why? Why is that? You don't see that with movies. You don't see that with YouTubers. You don't see that with any other type of artist, but you see that with music, right? And the reason is because a song is only taking up one of our senses. So that's auditory. So if you're just listening to music, you can do everything else. You can touch things, you can see, you can smell. So you can basically be doing anything. You can be writing jokes, you can be studying for a test, you can be driving, you can be eating, you can be having sex, you can be taking a shit, you can be doing anything. But the music can still be playing. So if you have a Taylor Swift song that you listen to, so that makes the art form that makes music the most easily accessible art form. Okay? Don't you see that with janitors? Okay. Yeah, janitors and hot dog vendors, you're right. Okay, so music is the most easily accessible art form, right? And when you are running, let's say you're running and you play Taylor Swift, and you're running and you play Taylor Swift, and she's pumping you up, and you're just running, and you're like, yeah, this song, Bad Blood, fuck my ex, I'm gonna hit that mile, right? So you feel adrenaline to the song Bad Blood. And then let's say you're in the car driving home, and you think about your ex, and you're like, oh, this ex, all the memories I had, and you're playing the song Bad Blood. You start singing the lyrics, cause I got a bad blood baby, and I wrote your name. I don't know if that's a song, but good night fish, good night bro, good night Dan. All right, see you guys later. You guys must be European or something. See you guys later. Okay, so one is running, you're hearing the music with adrenaline, and then you hear the music when you're sad driving. And then let's say your friends hit you up and they're like, hey, let's go out. So you play Taylor Swift again as you're putting on your makeup and you're feeling yourself and you're trying to look all cute and everything. So you have so many different emotions tied to the same song because you like the beat, you like the lyrics. So now you're not only exercising to Taylor Swift, that specific song, you're not only crying to that specific song, and you're not only having the time of your life with your friends to that specific song, you're having all three, and a plethora of other emotions that you can have. So what that creates is you start thanking that artist, that the artist for making that piece of music, that you attach your emotions into it. It's very powerful. You're putting your emotions into a song every time you hear it. You feel me? It's like you can elicit a response. You save your emotions onto the song from memories. That's what people always say. Oh, I remember when I used to hear this song. Oh, this song takes me back to 2016. This song takes me back to my early marriage days. Like you know, so that's why artists are the most powerful. That's why musicians are the most like loved artists, because they can make you feel all the emotions. Because music is the most easily accessible art form, and it's the one that you can retain the most. You can't look at a painting forever. You have to go look somewhere else. You can't be touching a sculpture forever. You have to like touch other things. But music, you can literally just listen forever, right? You can listen forever. You have to go to sleep, but most of us, as soon as we wake up, we turn on our phones and we start watching YouTube videos or podcasts or listening to music. Until the moment we go to sleep, it's constant sound because we can't live with our own thoughts. And it's very interesting because the way that you give artists money is just by listening to music. And nothing is free. The exchange of money, nothing is free. Even if a song is free, if you're listening for it for free, you're still paying a subscription, right? So in theory, you're selling the real estate of your mind. You're selling the peace of mind, quietness, being able to just enjoy quietness. You're selling that in exchange for their songs, and you're putting your emotions into those songs. You get what I'm saying? Dan, you're in Thailand. Shout out from Thailand, man. That's amazing. I actually, how is Thailand this time of year? Is it cold or is it hot? I'm assuming it's cold, right? Because in order for it to be hot, it has to be below the equator from America. And in order for it to be the opposite, the hot dog vendor takes me back to his mustard stain. What? This hot dog vendor takes me back to this mustard stain on shirt. In Thailand, but my sleep schedule is fuck. This hot dog vendor takes me back to his mustard stain on shirt. Okay, I don't know what that means. Like, is that grammatically incorrect or something? Okay. I don't know what to say. Well, fuck. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to end the live stream today. I'll be again live at 3:30, if not 3. I'm going to try to keep doing this as much as often to see, because what I'm trying to see is YouTube analytics tells me that most of my audience is active at 3 p.m. So if I go live at 3 p.m., do I get more views? Let's run an experiment. All right, guys. Peace out.